This is another difficult question from this passage. This last passage is really hard. It's an add or delete. We're going to need to kind of think about the ideas and see how this fits. It's a long sentence, but also the answer choices are going to make us read a lot, right? So we have the passage, right? The passage's main focus, the paragraph. So we're going to need to really think about what's going on here. Personal choice. Some people like to read the sentence first. Some people like to read the paragraph first. I'm going to read the paragraph first, see if I can get a sense of what it's about in an unbiased way, and then look at this sentence here. So look at it, it's long. So when I do it though, remember I'm using dumb summaries. I am not trying to understand every nuance of what's being said. I'm looking more at like the things that are hit hard and are repeated. So it is not difficult to understand why a cash-strapped, understaffed publication might feel pressure to cut teams of investigative reporters. Cash-strapped, understaffed, cut. Their work is expensive and time-consuming. So a lot of negative things about it. Taking on the public interest, investigative journalism involves original, often long-form reporting on such topics as illegal activities, street crime, corporate wrongdoing, and political corruption. Okay. An investigative story involves one or more experienced journalists dedicating their full energy and resources of the publisher to a piece for a prolonged period of time. So prolonged period of time, dedicating energy, resources. So it's kind of hitting back on that same idea of it being costly. Expensive legal battles may ensue. The results of this work, though costly, have helped keep those in power accountable. So notice there's a shift. This is all negative for a while, and now we're kind of shifting to some, it's worth it. It's costly, but it's worth it. The exposure by Washington Post reporters Bob Woodward and Carl Bernstein of government misconduct in the Watergate scandal resulted in the resignation of President Richard Nixon in 1974. So, okay, it holds those accountable. So he's misconduct, resignation, right? Okay. More recently, Seymour Hersh, reporting for The New Yorker in 2004, helped publicize the mistreatment of Iraqi prisoners by U.S. personnel at Abu Ghraib during the Iraq War. So, okay, they're giving examples of why it's worthwhile. In these and other cases, exposure from reporters has served as an important blockade to or scolding of malfeasance. So it's important, and so it hits the positive there. So it seems like I'm looking for some sort of positive sentence. So let's see what we get here. In 1954, Edward R. Murrow and Fred Friendly produced episodes of the CBS television show See It Now that contributed to the end of U.S. Senator Joseph McCarthy's anti-communist witch hunt. So again, that and it goes right here, right? Let's just be really clear. This sentence is supposed to go right here in this 38. So this seems to fit, right? It's reporters, I guess, for the CBS television show, and they're contributing to the end of witch hunts. So that seems like a good thing. So maybe that means we add it. Let's go to our choices. Yes, we should add it because it helps clarify the passage's main focus is on investigations of political corruption. That is not the focus of the paragraph. It talks a lot about political corruption, but it's mostly talking about investigative reporting. So one of the targets of investigative reporting is political corruption, but not always. I mean, I would also argue that this Iraq War thing isn't really corruption per se. It's a scandal, but it's not really like corruption. This isn't like bribery or anything like that. The Nixon thing, yeah, that's more of it. Again, is this witch hunt thing also corruption? No one's like taking money. Corruption is kind of a very specific view. It's not just being bad at governing or some sort of scandal. It has a more specific view, meaning. So I don't know. I don't know about that. Yes, this is choice B because it offers an important counterpoint to the other cases previously described in the paragraph. Definitely not. Counterpoint? No. This is a positive thing that investigative journalism has done. So were these, right? So it fits in with that, no problem. So it's not a counterpoint. It is not contradicting what's already been said. So I don't know. A is tempting. Let's look at C and D though, because we might have an instinct about whether we would add the sentence, but we need to make sure that the becauses and the choices also support that instinct and give us a reason, a reasonable reason to add it or delete it. So let's see what the C and D choices say. No, we should not add it because it gives an example that is both chronologically and substantively out of place in the paragraph. Okay, well, that's easy to check, right? This says 1954, and we want to add it here, and yet this says 2004 and 1974. So that first part is true. It is chronologically out of place, right? I mean, 1954 shouldn't come after 2004. It should come before both of those. So that order is wrong. Now, this word is tricky for people, so I'm going to save it. Let's look at D and see if it matters. No, we should delete it because it provides an example that is inconsistent with the passage's definition of investigative journalism. Well, it seems like they were investigating McCarthy and helped end his witch hunts. It seems to fit. So this is a strong word. Maybe that helps us. Inconsistent. It's a little strong of a phrase. I mean, it seems to match. They were clearly, maybe investigating him and helped to end it. So this feels a little too strong. So this is tricky. This is why people get this wrong. Is I don't know that A or C jump out as particularly right, especially with that word substantively kind of scaring us or maybe not giving us an opportunity to really evaluate choice C. The key here, though, is that the focus of the passage is not political corruption. That is a component of what they're talking about. We can see, where is it? Here. That political corruption is one component of what investigative reporting is about, right? It also focuses on corporate wrongdoing and street crime. So it is not the main focus. We have evidence of that without even reading the rest of the passage, but just in this paragraph that we have to read for this question anyway, we see that that's one example, but not the main focus. And so that leads us to pick C. So let's talk about that word substantively. That means substantive. Something is substantive if it is relevant. So I'm going to change that word. Let's say topically. It's not a perfect fit, but it's a more understandable word. So it is topically out of place in the paragraph. Why is it topically out of place? It does seem like investigative journalism. The reason, I'm running out of things to highlight with, is we're talking about newspapers. Publisher, right? A lot of words that have to do with that. We saw them in other parts of the passage as well. So the Washington Post, right? That's a newspaper. And the New Yorker, also this is a magazine. And so this is a television show. So it doesn't fit with the other examples, which are about newspapers and print journalism, and this is about television journalism. And I think that is mean of them to do. I think that a lot of people in other countries won't know that kind of level of detail, and that is an extremely difficult thing to ask people to understand. And my only thing I'll say about that is, this was a very early SAT. They gave this, basically right after they switched over to the new format back in 2016. So hopefully this was a one-off bad question that they just know that they can't do again. But yeah, this is not an easy question. It's really about splitting hairs and focusing on something that we shouldn't have to focus on. So if you get it wrong, I wouldn't worry about it. But notice we are still able to kind of pick it apart and prove it. It does require an elaborate process. So let's talk about, process of elimination maybe gets us there. Narrowing our focus to specific words. It's very difficult, but it is doable if we pay attention to each individual word, which in the reading section is super important, but normally we don't need to go this deep for a writing question. So this is a bit of an exception. Hopefully you don't see too many of these on your own SAT.